So I'm pretty sure I can make my sim decide her entire house by cooking in The Sims 4, and here's how. This is my sim, Tasha Cooks. She is maxed out as a level 10 chef, so she has access to a ton of recipes in the game. I've set her up with a kitchen over here in the corner, but other than that, she doesn't have anything. She doesn't have a house. However, I've also set her up with all of the appliances. Like, she has a waffle maker, a blender, pizza oven, hot pot, she's got a stand mixer, a microwave, and a pressure cooker. And of course, she's got 2 ovens and a fridge too. For the gameplay, I've turned autonomy on to full, so she'll control herself without me having to tell her to do anything. And I'm going to continuously lower her hunger. That way, she'll want to go and cook something on her own, and I'm hoping she'll cook something different every time. And then whatever she cooks, we'll use as inspiration for the home exterior and then also for the rooms inside as well. I've done this before with painting and it turned out really fun, so let's see how this goes. All right, her hunger is low, so let's see what she wants to cook first. She's already going to the fridge and we're cooking chili. Okay, so somehow we have to use chili as inspiration for our house, and look at her go. This girl's a pro. She's really tossing those knives. I think I'll let her go ahead and finish it so we can see what it looks like, and we can use things like color, culture, maybe experience level, spices to kind of influence the house. Ooh, she's putting it in the pressure cooker. That's gonna be so good. Oh my gosh, in the meantime, she's already going ahead to cook something else. She's multitasking. Don't forget about the chili. Over here, she's cooking pumpkin spice waffles. So, okay, our home exterior will be inspired by chili, and the first room, I guess, is gonna be inspired by pumpkin spice waffles, or maybe whichever one she eats first. I'm not really sure how long the pressure cooker takes, but the waffles are already done. Her pumpkin spice waffles. Okay, she put them in her inventory. Let's see. Oh, they're so cute. They're heart-shaped. They're excellent quality, heart-shaped pumpkin spice waffles. They've got a little swirl on it. Looks like there's some cinnamon sticks on the side. Okay, so since this one is done first, let's go ahead and build a pumpkin spice waffles inspired house. Pumpkin spice waffles automatically makes me think of fall. It makes me think of like pumpkin spice lattes. It makes me think of cozy vibes. So I'm gonna try and keep that in mind for the outside here. All right, so for right now, this is gonna be my shell. I think I want to keep it 1 story today, and I'll add my roofing on here like this. I'm gonna raise this up. I'll take the same roofing piece and add it over here, and then I'm just gonna shrink it. And then I've rotated the same piece and I'm adding it right here, but we're gonna lower that all the way down. I'll do the same thing right here. We'll just shrink that down. And for the roof trim, I'm gonna try this scalloped roof trim from For Rent. For some reason, this makes me think of like scalloped patterns in general. So like I added this roof paint. I also thought about this wallpaper from Cats and Dogs. And then for the rest of the wallpaper, I'm thinking brown and beige. That's gonna be our color combo for the exterior. I also just decided I'm gonna build this backwards because the lighting is so much better in the back here. Then I'll just turn it around at the end. I'm going in with these columns from Get Together. Ooh, I haven't used this trim in a while. This one from the Oasis Courtyard kit is so pretty. I'm gonna add that on the outside. I am getting a little clipping on my roofing though, so to solve that problem, what I'm gonna do is curve the roof. Okay, cute so far. I think I also want to add a chimney at the front. Like I said, I want this to be nice and cozy, kind of like a little cottage. So I stacked a couple walls on top like this, and then I need to go in on top with a half wall. Something that doesn't go too far above the roof. Like that might be okay. And then we find a different brick for this. Then I'm gonna go in with the half gabled roof piece. I've shrunk it so it's only 1 tile wide, and I've also brought in all of these adjusters here. I'm gonna match the wallpaper, and I think I'm gonna change the roof paint over to this gravel roof paint from base game. Does that look weird at the front of my house? I fear it may. I guess I haven't even added the chimney part yet, so like, let me add that in there. I'm gonna use this one from Cottage Living. I don't know about this chimney. Okay, let me move it over to the side. Yeah, I definitely like it a lot better over there, but something is still off. Maybe it's the wallpaper. Okay, we're gonna leave it for now. We're going to raise this up on a foundation. I'm gonna add in some foundation paint. I'm gonna add a fence coming out the front here, just making like a little patio. We'll add some stairs, and now we need to find some windows and doors. What do we think for a pumpkin spice door? Part of me wants to keep with Cats and Dogs. They have some really nice windows, and I like this brown color. I do really need to bring in some of like the orange. Like we have to bring in some of that drizzle, and we have to bring in the heart shape. Let's do that right now. I think I'm gonna make like a heart-shaped fountain. So here's how you would do that. Under the fountain category, there are rounded pieces you can use. windows. I'm gonna do that and we're gonna make a semicircle. I'm gonna bring it in so it's just gonna be like this. And then I'm gonna take that semicircle, we're gonna copy it, I'll rotate it and connect the corner like this. Now all you have to do is just pull this along and now we have our heart-shaped fountain. You can also go in and add some trim around it. I feel like that cleans up the edges a little bit. Should I add 2 out front like this? How many waffles did we have? Oh, she made a lot of waffles. There's like 5. But 2 stacks, so I'll make 2 fountains. And I think the front deck would match a little better if it was like rounded out as well. So just like the fountains, decks also have the rounded piece. Same as walls, so you can really make heart-shaped anything in The Sims 4. I'm gonna add some actual fountains in the middle. Next, I think we have to bring in pumpkins. We are in like the dead of winter right now when I'm filming this, so it feels kind of weird adding pumpkins around. So I think I'll just add a couple, but then in the back we could make a pumpkin farm. She would have to come out here and plant these on her own, but I'm just gonna go ahead and plant some of them in the garden. I'm adding pumpkins of different sizes so it doesn't look so repetitive. For landscaping, I'm adding these trees from cats and dogs. I'm adding orange landscaping around the house. I just changed over the wallpaper and I changed the swatches of the doors and the windows just so it matched more of like the orange tones that I'm adding in. And then I'm also gonna go and add a little pathway, and this is gonna be like the drizzle. I'm gonna try and find some dirt that matches. Yeah, that drizzle is like orangey. Okay, so this is what I did for the outside. I added the pumpkins right here at the front. We've got our heart-shaped ponds. There's also a little seating area right here in orange, and I added some of the leaf candles here too, just again bringing in the fall coziness in the winter. Then coming along the pathway, that's gonna lead you into the small pumpkin patch. I added a little seating area over to the side, and then coming back along this way, I added a little picnic table with the acorn light. I was also debating adding a barbecue back here because I didn't want her to leave the station that I set up for her, but I guess if she does come over to barbecue some of this stuff, that could give her different options too. So yeah, let me just add a barbecue right here. If she chooses to use that, then great. Otherwise, there's just a small seating area up here with some plants and a couple more little planters. Okay, that's our pumpkin spice waffle inspired house. So I guess I'll just let her eat the waffles for now and then I'll lower her hunger again. They even look so cute on the plate. All right, goodbye waffles. Now you're hungry again. Oh my gosh, I need to make her not too hungry. Now she's going to release a steam vent on the pressure cooker. So I think the chili is ready. Where did we put that? On the floor. Okay, wait, that looks good. There's our chili. I don't know what's in the center. Maybe it's like sour cream or something. This time she only made 1 serving, so I'll let her eat that. Okay, so I looked up the origin of chili and I had some conflicting answers. Some sources said Mexico, some said like Texas. Some of them also said like the border towns there between Texas and Mexico. So I'm gonna use some of that to influence my living room here. But then looking at chili, this is such a weird video. And yeah, that was definitely sour cream on the chili. We're looking at red, we're looking at brown. This is a very hearty meal too. Again, something you would eat like in the fall or winter for me personally. A little spicy. So I'm even thinking we could use this red furniture set from Horse Ranch. Like red and brown can be the color scheme in here. And then for the rug, I might also use this one from Horse Ranch. I'll mount a TV up here. Ooh, or we could use this rug from Lovestruck. We could use some Lovestruck tables. I was thinking about using some of these tapestries. We'll do a hanging plant over here. Ooh, also this quilt stand. Since this is something that I like to make in the winter when it's cold out, I think I'm gonna add this in the corner. I love this item. This is just from Base Game and it has the cutest little like swatches on there too. I think I might add a bookshelf back here. We could also add some of this art from Horse Ranch. I have room for a little ottoman back here. I could add some pillows on it. And then near the door, I have this Jungle Adventure table and I'm adding this plant. I have a Lovestruck mirror there. And okay, this is our chili inspired room. I feel like we got the color scheme right. We definitely got a little bit of that cozy vibe with like the dark colors, the fireplace. And then I tried to use a lot of the Lovestruck and the Horse Ranch because I feel like those two combined hopefully work for the Mexican border towns. But okay, we're gonna move on. I just had to add a door in here so I could add a bedroom. Then we're gonna do bathroom in the back. This is gonna be our kitchen, and then our dining dining room is gonna be to the left. Oh, there's more chili in there. Okay, we gotta get rid of the chili. Okay, what is she gonna make next? Ooh, okay. She's also using the pressure cooker again, I think. Okay, apologies if I straight butcher this. I probably will, but she's making Khao Niao Mamuang, aka mango sticky rice, which I've never tried before, but it sounds amazing. And in the meantime, our girl is walking over to the barbecue to cook something else. I love how she's putting something in the pressure cooker and then ditching it to do something else at the same time. What is she making here? Bison stew. Interesting. Okay, well, the bison stew was done first, and then she's probably gonna do the same thing and go back and get her mango sticky rice. I've never tried bison stew either, but it kind of looks similar to chili. It's like along the same lines of very hearty. It looks like there's potato in here. Okay, this looks so good. Is this a Canadian one? Okay, definitely not. I'm seeing it could be Native American origin. So I feel like I could bring the same wood into the bedroom. And we could bring another dark color in here too. And then for the bed, I was thinking this one from Horse Ranch. We've got like different patterns going on in here. Maybe we tried this one. And then I kind of want to use like pattern chairs in here. I think I'll add another fireplace in this one. Again, this girl just loves the cozy, hearty meals. And I cannot blame her because honestly, so do I. It's just in my game right now. It is the middle of summer. And I love that that is just not stopping her. I think we could turn this area into a feature of some kind. Oh, just kidding. Why did the trim mess up like that? I hate that. I was going to add a desk in here and I thought it would look cool if the archway was like framing it. I'll use this chair from Life and Death and I'll move my desk over here. I like that the chair matches the bed. I'm gonna add lighting in here from Horse Ranch. I added a last minute cowplant skull in the living room, but I think I'm gonna add it in here instead. I feel like one per household is maybe a good cap. I think I'll add a cowplant plant in here. I need a mirror and I do still need a dresser too. We could do like an elevated closet. So I've just built out this room. I'm gonna use it to raise up my platforms just by one. That way I can add my mirror up here. I'm gonna add my dresser. This is just gonna be a fun way to make the room look a little more interesting. And then, I mean, she is a chef, so I guess having pictures of food in here wouldn't be so weird. I tried searching like potatoes to see if maybe there was a picture of like a potato or something because of the potatoes in the stew. There's not, surprisingly, to no one. What else? We could add a clothing rack, maybe some shoes up here. Because this is another cozy one, I'm also adding this basket of pillows and blankets from Cottage Living. And okay, this is what I got for the bison stew one. This one was a little bit harder because I feel like it's very similar to the living room we just did. I wanted to add a lot going on in here, so we have like a lot of clutter happening. I feel like in a stew, there's kind of like a lot going on, a lot of different components. So that's what we got for the bedroom. But what's going to be completely different will be the mango sticky rice that we have in the pressure cooker. This poor girl cannot catch a break, but we gotta ditch the bison stew. I think the mango sticky rice is done. Oh, yum. So it says this is made with sweet rice, coconut milk, and mango. Literally delicious. Often topped with sesame seeds or mung beans. It's a wonderfully sweet dessert, but it's just as good as a morning meal. Oh my gosh, yum. Okay, so we have 3 rooms left. We have the dining room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Kitchen's gonna be last. I think we could make a really cute bathroom inspired by mango sticky rice. I'm gonna use this wallpaper from For Rent, and apparently this is a Thai dish. And I think the Sims 4 For Rent is a Thai inspired pack, so I'm gonna try and use that for our bathroom. This is so fun because I feel like we're learning new foods too. Like I've never tried this, but like I need to try this immediately. One of my favorite things actually to do is try new foods. I absolutely love cooking new dishes I've never tried before, or like going to new restaurants I've never been to. And there's really not much I won't try. Like I'm not a picky eater. I'm very lucky in the sense that I don't have like allergies or anything. But it is kind of weird because when I was a kid, I was like the pickiest eater alive. Like I was that kid eating noodles and butter. Like I didn't want any sauce. I didn't even like sandwiches. Like who doesn't like sandwiches? It's just really weird because now I'll just eat whatever. Like the switch up is kind of crazy. Ooh, there's mango bubble tea. Okay, this is really the only thing that came up when I searched mango. So like, do I put a mango bubble tea on the edge of the bath? That sounds like a dream. I'm gonna add a table in this corner and I'll put some towels on top of it. This is also a very planty house. I don't know why. I feel like adding a lot of plants today. And now I'm just trying to think of my favorite food. Honestly, like it could be pizza. Piece is pretty hard to beat for me. Let me see that plate. Okay, yeah, she's got the yellow, she has the white and the green. I feel like we have all of that in here. So this is gonna be our mango sticky rice bathroom. I think as the final thing, maybe I'll just add a couple of these wooden hearts to represent the sweetness. And then there we go. We have a mango sticky rice inspired bathroom. Okay, we have 2 rooms left. This one's gonna be for the dining room. And what are we making next, girl? Ooh, faux meat butter chicken. That's a good one. And it's gonna be a vegetarian dish. This is also going in the pressure cooker. She loves that thing. Oh, and then she's going back over to the barbecue. Okay, so we're gonna have our final 2 meals here. She is making campfire spuds. I don't know what that is. Oh, are they like baked potatoes? Ooh, she unlocked a secret spice perk, which means she's gonna be able to increase the quality of food and drink with just a dash of this spice. Yes. Okay, yeah, they are like baked potatoes. It says there's nothing like a baked spud stuffed with melty toppings to warm your heart and stomach after a long day adventuring in the great outdoors. And it's campfire spuds specifically. So this is gonna have to be our dining room, which will be in this room over here. And it's going to be outdoorsy inspired. So like I could use this as my wallpaper, but then the potatoes are like a lighter brown color. So I think I'll use this table from base game. I'll use chairs from Adventure Awaits, and maybe we'll use different chairs on the end. I'm definitely using the Adventure Awaits mat by the door with a little bear on it. It's so cute. And then similar to all the toppings on the baked potato, I feel like we need to top our dining table with a lot of things. We could add this kitchen clutter from Horse Ranch, maybe like a wine bottle and some plates. I have room in the back here for a super skinny hutch. I can add this a light above from Life and Death. And then I feel like we need some nature pictures, like maybe this from Adventure Awaits. There are these pictures from werewolves. And then on this wall, I just need to add some extra stuff to take up room. So I'm adding this camping stuff from Outdoor Retreat. I added a mirror on this wall and just like an industrial table. Oh, and I did find some potato nectar. So I'm gonna add that bottle onto the table. Okay, so this is our baked potato campfire spuds inspired dining room. Lots of the outdoorsy aesthetic going on here from Adventure Awaits. A little bit of Outdoor Retreat here too. And again, matching in the rest of the house. I'm glad she has a nice big dining table because she's gonna need to invite people over to eat all this food. But now we can go into the final room, which is the kitchen. And then what was she making in here? Oh yeah, the faux meat butter chicken. We'll have her grab that out of the pressure cooker. There we go, yum. And for this one, it says a rich dish of chicken in a spiced tomato, butter, and cream sauce. And now it just says regular butter chicken. There's no faux anymore. But this is an Indian dish. And butter chicken is orange, so I kind of want to do like an orange kitchen in here. Maybe this can be our flooring and wallpaper. Her original kitchen over here is so colorful, so maybe I'll add a little bit of her in here as well. Like I'll bring her fridge. We can add in a little dash of pink, I guess, but I'll use this fridge instead. I want it to be a big kitchen and I don't want her to lose all of her appliances either. So I'm actually gonna make a really big island this way. I'll add some bar stools. She can still have the double sink here, and we'll do the double oven over here too. Since she loves this pressure cooker, I'm gonna keep that in the same spot. I'm gonna add some upper cabinets above my fridge, but then I'm gonna also add some shelves here from For Rent, and I'm gonna try and clutter these up so that they look a little bit different even though they have similar clutter going on already. I'm gonna add a bookshelf from City Living. This can be like cookbooks. I'm adding some of these lanterns in here. I'm adding a hutch in the corner, and then I'm bringing all of her appliances. I really need like a cabinet for these or something. And then I guess also we can add a picture of a chicken and a little one here too. So there we go. That is our kitchen all complete. This has been such a weird challenge, but honestly kind of fun and really fun learning about new foods. It's definitely an interesting challenge to try. And our house turned out surprisingly cohesive. Like it kind of just looks like I made it this way without any sort of challenge, which is always the goal in the first place. I guess I need to delete the rest of this over here. But there we go. That has been us building a house in The Sims 4 inspired by different foods. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite food in the comment section down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.